Legalize marijuana. That is the purpose of this meeting, ladies and gentlemen.
Marijuana is referred to as Mary Jane, pot, weed, or tea.
That Michoacan, man, Acapulco Gold, man. I even smoke that tight stick.
We're smoking reefer.
The realest thing smoking on the internet. The Podheads Web Show.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's 4:20 on a Friday in September. You're in the Cypher with the Podheads. I'm your Commander-in-Chief, Frank the Tank, and as always, I'm hanging with my very best buds, JB Perez.
Yeah, what's up? It's JB Perez in the Cypher with the best of buds. Podheads JB on all social media platforms. We're on YouTube. Like us. Make sure you get at us. Call us. You know it. Welcome to the Cypher, boys.
And as always, making C money.
Hey everybody, it's Making C Money in the Cypher with the Podheads and with our awesome guest, Jeremy Gomez. Just want to say, guys, thank you for following us so far. Hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Making C Money on Instagram and Twitter. The Podheads Web Show. Always a pleasure to be in the Cypher. Always.
And like C Money said, he's back. You've seen him here before. Mr. Gomez, Jeremy, the creator GCW, and Generation Entertainment, the guy that brings you CannaFest right there.
We do. Nice to see you guys again.
Yeah.
See you.
So, guys, it's going to be a fun show. We got some good games. We got some good subjects. We're going to talk some shit. Basically, we got your Week in Weed as usual. We're going to talk some important news, some people taking advantage of veterans. That's always a shame. We're going to play some games. But mainly, we're going to talk to Jeremy, learn everything we can about CannaFest because, guys, CannaFest is right around the corner. If you haven't gotten your tickets, you're sleeping. Get your tickets. It's going to be fun. But we'll be right back. Stick with us. It's the Podheads.
Yeah.
The Podheads Web Show presents Pioneers in Pot.
All right, you're back in the Cypher with the Podheads. It's your Commander-in-Chief, Frank the Tank. Find us on all social media sites, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. If you're already watching this, obviously you already know. But subscribe, hit that alerts button, show us some love. We'll show it right back. Call us. The number's going to be on the screen, too. Before we get started, let's do this as we always do.
Yes, my favorite part. It's like wake and bake, guys. My favorite part of the day is wake and bake. This is my favorite part of the show, right in the beginning.
Should I hit something?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know the drill.
Hit it hard.
Okay.
Ho!
Woo.
All right.
Woo. Okay.
I also have to say I brought my wine glass here, too.
A little vino,
excuse me. Fancy man over here.
Put my pinky up today.
Nice.
So.
I brought Bong Marley in the Cypher for a very special reason. We're going to play a game later, and it's going to be fun. I see pinkies up, bitches. I see that you guys got Donnie Danko and the pens as regular. A very nice bong with Mr. Gomez. Guys, I'm thinking about giving up blunts.
Giving it up? Yeah.
Giving up for the tobacco. I just recently learned there's like hemp wraps.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Hemp & Company? What are they? Hemp & Co?
Yeah, I think something like that.
New blunts that are out they're good.
Yeah.
So you can have a hemp blunt.
Yes, and I haven't tried yet, but I'm gonna try. Probably next
on
episode.
our Instagram page somewhere on CannaFest. There's like we bought a whole bunch of them in like did a bunch of sets of shots with the models and stuff with them, but they were good.
Nice.
Cool.
I have seen some of those. Okay, those are the ones. Nice. Check that out. By the way, check out Canifest on Instagram. What's up, guys? What's been going on since the last session?
Yeah, right. Since last time, it's been quite a while here. But for me, and I'm sure for many of us, it's the struggle, right? The 9 to 5 that we continue to be on. We do this as a side piece because we want to get paid. Because we got to do our own 9 to 5. So I've been doing that. My baby is growing up so freaking quick, bro. I feel like my little baby is a year and a half, barely that, and she's wearing 3T clothes.
God damn.
Like, damn, whose baby is this?
Got a half a year coming up.
Oh my goodness.
It's the best. The next year is the best.
It's all right. Oh, the crying, the 2 year, I don't know if I'm dreading. I'm excited. I'm dreading it. It's like, but just the fact that she's like growing in front of my eyes, that's crazy.
It is crazy, right?
You're gonna want her to stop soon. Trust me.
I want her to stop now. I went to pick her up at her. She was being, she was in daycare today, and they had an infant baby. I was like, oh my God, look at this little fucking baby. Because I missed when my baby was that small.
Yeah.
And it just, the comparison was like, holy shit, look at my baby. She's huge.
Crazy, man.
But that's a shout out to my mom, bro. My mom be stuffing her with fucking rice and beans.
That Puerto Rican ass food, yeah.
Mashing it up and stuff like that. But she eats good. She eats better than all of us. So that's what I attributed to.
That's awesome.
Since that's what I really been up to. I did want to do a quick shout out again. I started my little my volunteering thing at the high school, and the reason I bring it up is because I forget that I'm 33 fucking years old and these kids are fucking 16. Like, in my mind, I feel like I'm right there with them. And hell no, I'm not. Sometimes you gotta forget. It's very
Better
scary.
watch out.
Exactly. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But my point is that we're getting old by age. But my mentality, it's whatever your age is, whatever your mentality is. Like me, I'm happy-go-lucky, and that's how I feel. I feel like a fucking teenager. You know what I mean? Like, my peak years were high school, so maybe that's what it is.
He's living in the past.
Peak years, and I'm volunteering. I'm volunteering at the high school to relive my life.
Awesome.
But yeah, no, it just made me think that you really are your mentality and your body. It will fail you, but you can take care of it, right? We're all working out and stuff like that. So you're only as old as you think, guys.
Yeah,
Remember
for
that.
sure. Well, speaking of the kids growing, and my son, my little one is 6 now. And I wanted him to stop about 2 years ago. He's starting to lose his, adorable little voice, and he's a lot smarter. Doesn't need me as much, so it's heartbreaking. But my oldest son is the one that's fucking me up. He's gonna be 14 in a week. In a week, he'll be 14 years old. So by the time anybody watches this, so and he's in his last year of middle school. So I never expected to. I'm not even 35 yet. My son's gonna be in high school, next year. And I'm just like, damn, man, just the fact that he's starting to get the dirty jokes and the things I try to hide. I can't hide nothing from him anymore. You know what I'm saying?
You're starting to get the dirty jokes, all right.
Yeah.
You're in trouble, remember? Just remember what happened when you got to high school.
I think the same thing. My daughter is barely 2 years old. I think the same thing. I was like, man, I was terrible.
Bro, I'm just like, stay away from girls. I'm just like, dude, girls will set you on a path that is going to knock you off. Like, when you get to college, you can have a girlfriend. Stay away from girls until college, man. Please, just get straight A's in high school, something.
He won't. But, bro, at 14, I was already hitting home runs at 14, so be careful, bro. They're popping off at 12.
14-year-old man.
Yeah, kids are popping off at 12 now, man.
Was already smoking cigarettes. Was already smoking weed at 14.
Yeah. See, I started smoking weed when I was probably about 13 because my big brother got me into it.
Same, I had a brother and sister.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I didn't like. I wasn't sexually. I stole
their shit and smoked it.
Oh, damn. Little motherfucker.
Yeah, they weren't gonna tell mom and dad.
That's great. That's great. Oh my god.
Yeah, but that's crazy. 14 years old having sex, dude. I would freak out if I found out my son had sex. I didn't lose my virginity until I was like, what, 17? I think. Really? Which I think is pretty old for a guy.
For the escapades that I've heard.
I
That's
made
a
up.
late age from
I
you.
made up for lost time
I
after that.
expected 14.
Dude,
No,
I
yeah.
started at 17 and I didn't stop. It's
That's
pretty much the way
hilarious.
it went.
But anyway, I'll
Yeah.
take the reins and see what I've been up to lately, selfish sons of bitches. No, I'm kidding. Aside from JB's Benjamin Button or reverse Benjamin Button experience, or whatever the fuck is going on in his life right now.
It really is.
Again, my resolution, man, make memories. I've been doing that. Like I said, parents are a little older now. They need help around the house. They can't lift shit, you know what I'm saying, as much as they could anymore, things like that. Cooking for them, everything like that, cleaning. And it's kind of cool because, like I said, I've been in Florida for years and years and was away from everybody. Now, it's almost been a year since I've left Florida, which is fucked. And
You ain't missed nothing.
no, I know.
More stupid shit.
Things move a little slower for sure. But you know what? I feel good things about the show. We're working hard. I appreciate again all the fans, everybody. Jeremy, of course, giving us the opportunity. Fucking forever in debt, man. And I feel good things, man. So I don't know. There's many states out there. I'm starting to. Where would I want to go? Because I'm starting to be positive. Okay, things are going to work out my way. What states am I thinking? Got to be weed legal.
Yeah.
For sure.
Pretty much like 4 states.
Or
right?
Massachusetts,
Colorado. Thinking
Massachusetts,
too.
Colorado. You can come chill with me, homie.
Washington, D.C.
Washington,
Hey.
D.C., Alaska.
Obviously, but
You see what I'm saying? So looking up, bright side, right?
Remember what I
Nice.
said? It's the train that is unstoppable. The train is chugging along and it's unstoppable.
That's
Just a
true.
matter of time.
Well, look, I want to get into catch up with Jeremy and find out all about CannaFest. Before we do that, I want to give a special shout out to some people. That Hoot Smoke Shop, Apopka. B, she's awesome. Guys, go in there, check them out. Let them know the Podhead sent you. She will hook you up.
Yeah.
She donated some things for us. We got a bunch of pies. We got a nice bong. We're going to be giving away at CannaFest. And there's a reason why I'm bringing up CannaFest because we're going to catch up about all things CannaFest, but I want you to make sure you head down there. It's called Dat Hoot Smoke Shop. Look for the owl here in Apopka, Florida. So appreciate the love, B. Appreciate the love
Thank you,
from
B. You're
Dat Hoot.
awesome.
Yep,
Yes.
Matter of fact, Dat Hoot will be
up
at
in there?
CannaFest too. So they're going to come out, show some love just to check it out. So,
Awesome.
yeah. So speaking of CannaFest,
The main man.
the main man, talk to us, bro. What's been going on since
Welcome
last
back.
CannaFest? And where we at?
where were we at when we last went? Were we still on the
We
Seattle
were in
fiasco?
Tampa. Yes.
Yes.
Before that,
yeah.
That was weird.
Wow.
So please share that.
Let me
for like
preface
2 seconds.
this by saying I've never in my life endured a harder production of an event ever.
Yeah.
I've noticed, bro.
To the point where it's like, man, I can't wait for this one to
That's
end.
what I call
To be fair, I'm not enjoying this one at all.
Right, yeah.
It'll be fine
That
when it gets
sucks,
there.
man.
Yeah.
So
It seems like that. Like,
yeah, so we got out of that crap. We sent them a cease and desist, and then they laid off. And then after that, I'm like, the fuck do I want Hempfest as a name for any damn way? People might mistake me for them now.
Yeah,
So
right.
after all that crap, I just decided, okay, let's rebrand. Could have just done it in the first place and saved a whole bunch of problems.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we did that.
CannaFest.
CannaFest, Florida. So it was Hempfest, Florida. It was Hempfest the first year we did it.
Yeah.
Seattle owns the word hemp in their view. Who gives a shit? They didn't, but I don't care. I don't want it anymore. So we rebranded to CannaFest, Florida. We paid the rent for Maddox Ranch in Lakeland in like January 23rd to be in Lakeland like we've been the whole time.
Yeah.
Let me see. At some point last month, the sheriff in Polk County went and muscled out the owners of Maddox Ranch and scared the shit out of them. So they breached contract and said we couldn't do the event there anymore.
Wow. So they
What?
muscled their way in.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
fucking
shot.
bullshit
saying
ass
that.
cops.
Oh man, why?
Fuck him. He's a
Oh, 'cause
scumbag.
That's Deming, right? Is that Sheriff Deming?
No, it's fucking
Oh.
cowboy. Fucking
Oh.
Judd. Whatever.
Oh, Judd. Yeah, Grady Judd. Yeah. I heard that
Whatever,
motherfucker's
don't
got a
get
hard
yourself
on
shot.
for
Just
weed
leave it.
smokers.
Anyways, so we moved the whole event to Levy County, the Crossroads Lodge at historic Lebanon Station, which used to be like a main train hub in the state of Florida. It's still got the structure.
That's
Which
cool.
they turned into like a waterfalls and water strips. It's really freaking pretty. a 35-acre property.
Nice.
So they're great with us. The county's great with us. It's in the other direction. It's in between Ocala and Gainesville now. It's a little longer drive, but we all feel a lot safer, which is the best. And to be quite honest, and I'm not trying. This isn't me trying to dogmatics. It's a different looking property. It's more Floridian. It's got some water features. It's got waterfall.
Oh, okay, sure.
Nice.
It's really pretty. So we kind of feel like maybe it all happened for a reason. So we're not bitter.
Exactly.
Sure, man.
Absolutely.
Like, if Grady didn't want us in Polk, then cool. We're not there. No big deal. Whatever. Bye. So.
Yeah, so just to reiterate, man, it has changed. What's the address now? Like, where is it again?
Yeah, I'm going to have to look it up. It's the It is. The Crossroads Lodge at Historic Lebanon Station.
We'll definitely have it up right here.
And it's now in Inglis, Florida. Inglis, Florida. And the address is... I should remember this by now, but I'm stupid. The address is 11350 State Road 121, Inglis, Florida.
Gotcha.
Boom.
Nice.
On the screen for you guys.
And it's on the Facebook page, and it's on CanifestFlorida.com, so just go look it up there.
We'll have it definitely on our social media and on the screen. Props to you to dealing with all that bullshit. I call them haters, bro. I mean, for no other reason than to what? Show some power or whatever. Who are you? Bro, it boils. It fucking grinds.
Well, look.
Years,
he's just not into medical, man. He just doesn't understand it yet. You know what? And you can get on the guy all you want, but somebody taught him to be that way.
Yeah.
Somebody misinformed him in the first fucking place.
I say the same thing about Sessions.
You know.
Anyways.
Well, let's talk because we're gonna get into the struggles. We're gonna get into all the details a little bit more in depth. Let's talk about what can people expect at CannaFest. What's gonna be there? Why? Other than just being a weed fan, why do people want to go to CannaFest?
Okay, first off, if you want to learn medically what use cannabis is, CBD, THC, anything, we have upwards of 60 speakers coming. The last CannaFest we did, which was still HempFest, Doc MJ was our sponsor back then. We actually had people coming out getting their cards. I think the marijuana doctors are bringing out their mobile unit this time and going to hook up some people up with cards or some discounted cards or something like that. We just talked to them today. Nice. Actually, our connection at the location, Miss Kara Kampmeyer, she talked to him today. By the way, she's been doing a great job helping out. So has the owner of the property. Doesn't like his name being used, but the property has been amazing. It's already beautiful. They've been doing even more stuff since we paid them. It's great. So you can learn about, for one, my daughter's autistic, so she wanted to learn the autistic people on the spectrum can come and learn about CBD and THC and what it does for autism. You have people with epilepsy that can learn the same thing. People with many very different medical reasons, they can come there and learn about every little piece of it so they can get, they can get what they need. They don't want to be on pharmaceuticals. Mm-hmm. They want to be doing it naturally. So they can come out and learn about that. They can hook up with doctors. They can hook up with facilities close to where they live. So everything from the actual, let's say they're coming for CBD. So everything from actually learning about CBD to they can actually buy a dab rig there so they can actually use their CBD, or they can learn how to make tincture out of their CBD, or they can buy a machine there to use the CBD. So pretty much just medically, that's why people would want
a lot of education.
A lot of education. Mm-hmm. Other than that, we have many textiles showing off. Obviously, hemp is used for, you can build anything with it. Ferrari has a car that they're making out of hemp right now. You can hemp. Yeah, look it up. Ferrari and their hemp car.
I will look it up.
That is awesome.
Got Hempcrete building houses. You build rope. Most of the Navy vessels until the 1940s, all their ropes on it were made out of hemp. Rope? Declaration of Independence is written on hemp paper. Just the thing, the renewable resource that hemp is, that's for show out there. And we have
6
people
months versus a tree that could take decades, hundreds of years.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
It's just pretty much top to bottom everything in the cannabis industry that isn't just getting high.
Mm-hmm. Right. Which is ironic because most people, when I mention this to, that's exactly what they think, and I have to educate them that it's a total opposite. It's sad.
And that's another reason why probably Mr. Cowboy in Polk County had a problem with us, because he probably does think it's a Cheech and Chong, and nothing wrong with that. Get Stone Festival, and that's not, we can't.
That's not what it is.
You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, is what it is. So, but this is an education festival. Like I said, my daughter's autistic on the spectrum. She's 6 years old. She couldn't barely speak before before Extract Labs here. Started
Nice.
sending
Nice hat.
Love it. I
That's a
love
nice
it.
hat.
Nice.
Extract
Yeah, it
Labs.
is.
Love these guys. They
Sick.
started actually giving. They've sent me so much free CBD to give to my daughter, and before she used it,
Wow.
she could barely talk, and now I can't get her to stop.
Wow, shout out to them. Put one up
Yeah.
on the page.
Really?
That's great.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
the only one. Punch Edibles in California sent some CBD chocolate our way too. Punch Edibles does THC chocolate and CBD chocolate. We can only get the CBD here, but they're also amazing. They're both American hemp companies. So and now Essacan, which is another one of our sponsors. Essacan is a Florida-based company, and they've been great to us. Not only do they sponsor the whole Canna Fashion Show now, but they've been supplying us with CBD for my daughter and
That's
CBD
incredible.
for my daughter.
Yeah.
So it's
Another one up in there for
firsthand.
them.
We know what it is medically, and so we're trying to get that out as much as everything else. So,
That's great. Well, you also mentioned fashion show. So other than educational things, what else you got? I understand you're gonna have vendors, food, music, right?
Got like 55 vendors all over the spectrum of the industry. We have
Nice.
25 food trucks, all
Wow.
sorts of different food. You know, I come from the food industry, so
Oh
we've got
yeah.
foods covered. Vegan, vegetarian, paleo, pescatarian, pescatarian. Pretty much every food's covered.
Nice.
So coffee, hemp coffee, plenty of water. Lots of water.
So ridiculous. Man. So ridiculous.
Which, by the way, we've had the whole time. So we've got like 4 water sponsors, and now we've got like free water to
Wow.
make sure
Wow,
that the
okay.
starving people of the fest.
Just to shut
Have their water.
That
to
Florida
fucking
sun.
shut people up.
Thank you. Water
Right.
companies.
Yeah,
Just to shut
exactly.
people up.
I never thought going to Canada Fest I'd get attacked by water Nazis. Never in my effing
Crazy,
life.
right?
We have
Yeah.
waterfalls, misting tents, free water, paid water, CBD water attractions. We have a water balloon
Wow.
fight, the Great Water War. I mean, I don't know. How much
Disney
water-
World doesn't even give you free water, bro. They let people pass out.
And then carry them off property to die. So
Let me tell you something. I went to Lollapalooza in 1997 in Miami.
Yeah.
Water was $14 a bottle, and they
Get
would
in 1997?
Rage
That's
Against
like
the Machine,
$100.
Metallica, Soundgarden. It was fantastic. The Ramones, like
JB
anyway.
That's a
JB
classic
has no
concert.
sense of
though.
economics, ladies and gentlemen.
$14 bottles of water, and you would not be given water by paramedics until after you passed out.
Oh,
Wow.
Why?
the bills, y'all.
Anyways, but we got water now. God
Fucking
bless us.
Florida.
Wonderful
Thank
people
you.
thinking about everybody.
Yeah.
So we got a fashion show. My wife's clothing company, 420 Nation Clothing, is debuting at the fashion show that she's putting on. She's not the only fashion line. There's others. A lot of our vendors also have clothing out, so they're going to be part of the fashion show. Herbal Remedy Clothing, the hat that you're wearing, they'll be in the fashion show. Maybe get some Podheads shirts to us eventually. They could do-
Hey, fuck yeah, we can do that.
If you need a
Awesome.
young chap to fucking model this. Fucking kidding, bro.
look at
How
this guy
tall are you,
throwing
buddy?
his
Which
shit.
way? Come on. Yeah.
6 foot, $175. I don't know.
Probably could use you to be honest.
Oh.
Hey,
Money, money takes
the
on
face.
the fucking carpet.
I love it.
Runway, you fucking
the
idiot.
carpet.
The catwalk, baby. Strut it. Pop and pop.
Nice.
So yeah, that's been interesting dealing with the models and the clothing line and something that I've never done before or wanted to do, to be quite honest. But we're doing that. We have archery tag out there that you can do from an archery tag company. You can shoot your friends with bow and arrows and crap.
Oh
It's great.
shit, nice.
It hurts. They're pickle.
Right in the fucking face.
Um,
That's what I'm going for.
Yes.
What have we got?
Big
We
Ace
got,
is going, JB, so you're good.
trying to think of some of the other stuff. We got a kid zone, we got an art zone, we've got a yoga zone where yoga classes will be being taught all day. We've got a bunch of little demos going on. We've got cooking demos going on all day. We've got the wrestling show that you mentioned. I started a wrestling company, which is a pro cannabis wrestling company. We figured we wanted wrestlers to stop dying from painkillers and shit like that.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome, yeah.
We
And
started
we're going to
that.
talk about that later in the show.
Yeah,
We're gonna
I'm not going to go into it. So,
Definitely.
got that. There's more stuff, man. I got a cracked tooth in my mouth, and I'm on some Advil.
Oh, yeah. He's on some drowsers.
Yeah, we've got doctors. We've got medical panels. We've got veterans panels. We've got 12 vet bands happening right now. We got keynote speaker Roger Stone, which does a lot of stuff on his own.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, look, the bottom line, folks, is there's going to be something for everybody there.
Yeah.
Whether you like fucking yoga, whether you're there to learn something, whether you're a pothead, whether you're into politics, whether you're into just anything, or you just want to have a fun day.
Care about cannabis at all. If you don't care about CBD or anything at all, you can still go there and have fun, and nobody's going to, trust me, nobody's going to give you anything.
Exactly.
Definitely not.
So,
Not the commercials. Nobody's pushing anything on you, man.
But like JB said, we're gonna be out there. So come look for us. We're gonna give away some prizes from some of our sponsors. We're gonna talk some shit. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna record. We're gonna interview some people. It's gonna be a hell of a time. CannaFest. If you're not fucking there, dude, you are missing out.
Woo!
Yeah.
We're gonna have a link. We're gonna have a link on this episode as well. So click that link. Get your tickets ASAP.
The ticket price still covers both days, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you get to see and experience all that Jeremy just talked about. I cannot wait, guys. I cannot wait.
It was an experience, bro. It was. I mean, I'm just to touch base. Obviously, I went with Frank and everybody else last time. It was awesome then, and it sounds 100-fold of what that was. So
We have a slightly larger budget for this one.
We're gonna keep talking to Jeremy later in the show. You're sticking with us. You're not going anywhere, Batman. We're gonna continue the show.
A Spliffendor shirt on today. What are you?
Nice.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
That's where I'd be at Hogwarts.
Sorry, no, it's Spliffendor.
It's dope looking.
That's where I'd be at Hogwarts, bro, for sure.
But you know what? Since I knew Jeremy was here, it's time for the Weekend Weed. Jeremy's here, and I knew Jeremy was coming. And the Weekend Weed is the segment where I bring you the marijuana news. And Jeremy has already talked on some of the things that I'm already gonna talk about. Okay, but quick, I wanted to give a couple shout outs on the news, but not that I'm gonna go too far in. But quick shout out to Missouri. They're gonna put it up to vote in November for medical marijuana. So another state is jumping on board to medical marijuana. More than half of the states. Again, a train that is nonstop. Shout out to Missouri. Shout out to the Nevada Democratic candidate for governor, Steve Zizalak, that he straight up said that one of his top priorities when he becomes governor is to take the tax from legal cannabis sales and throw it straight to education. No bullshit. I had to put one up in the air for that, because that's exactly what I wanted. Use it for what it's what it needs to be. So quick shout out to him, and a quick shout out to the Brooklyn DA. They're considering dropping out all the all the marijuana crimes, kind of like what San Francisco did, and San Diego, Seattle. Some of these companies in California as a state have to put like $250,000 of expel or get rid of all those convictions for marijuana. So I wanted to give a shout out to them real quick, because that's big, bro. The tide is changing. The train is non-stop.
It was all a dream.
Yeah.
Until right now, we're up. I'm woke.
Let me give a shout out. Let me throw a shout out there while your name is states. California. California has recently done away with the bail, with cash bail for non-violent misdemeanors. So basically, you get arrested for fucking a 20 sack in your pocket, or for driving without your license or whatever. They let you go. You get a court appearance. You're not getting taken to jail. You're not being processed, and you're not having to pay bail. There's so many people that sit in jail, and for all the wrong reasons, basically because they don't have money to bond out. So shout out to them, and I hope that other states start, as they start doing away with things like, crimes, misdemeanors for marijuana, I hope that they consider things like this, because it's true. There's plenty of people who make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. You shouldn't be stuck in fucking prison all because you're broke.
Well, not for nothing that you mentioned it. New Jersey now, I heard that Governor Murphy told police forces that if they want to arrest people for marijuana crimes, I guess petty marijuana crimes, they can, but the courts aren't going to entertain it because he said we have better things to do.
Good.
And more or less, here, exactly. So maybe
shout out, it's the states. We are the no matter what the federal government says, we are still the United States, and the states have their own government, and we're seeing that these governments are stepping up, reversing all these convictions, legalizing medical, legalizing recreational. I mean, it's a train. I keep fucking saying it because it's true.
It is. It's a movement for sure, man.
It's a movement for sure. So anyway, so I wanted to quick those shout outs. But here's time. It's time for the Weekend Read. Here's your first headline, okay? Senators filed a bill to give veterans access to medical marijuana on a federal level. Let me give a clap to them, okay? 2 Democrats, okay? Bill Nelson, and you guys might know Bill Nelson down in Florida. He's a Democrat out now in Florida. And Brian Schultz out of Hawaii. They're putting a bill together. They introduced a bill into the fucking government, basically saying that a veteran within the laws of medical marijuana states, if it's legal in those states, they can carry, use, possess, transport just like any citizen would without any repercussions. If they get a medical marijuana license, they can use it without any federal repercussions. So I had to bring this up because that is great. I mean, initially we think PTSD, we think depression, we think back pain, we think all these things that our veterans deal with, commit suicide, homelessness, hunger, all these things that marijuana truly can, whether you want to believe it or not, truly can help. Opioid addiction, I mean, that help. That's a veteran thing to the T. Like they're suffering that from too. So basically, this bill not only legalizes that, but it puts money into research. How can these veterans get it legally? How we can supply it, and just basically pushing education on a federal level for veterans. And I had to put one up in the air. So thank you, these 2 Democrats, Bill Nelson and Brian Schultz. And the train keeps moving, guys.
What else you got?
Good stuff.
It is good stuff. Like I said, Democrats in Florida or Florida people. I mean, who would have fucking thought? Who would have thought? But I think Bill Nelson, just for an asterisk point, I think Bill Nelson is just doing this as a power play. He's going against the governor for the Senate seat, and he's anti-weed. He's got to do something.
Down here is starting to turn pro-weed too, though, now.
Yeah, so there you go. I ain't mad. You're doing the right thing for the veterans, and it's going to pass, and I can't wait. All right? Here's your second headline for the Weekend Weed, okay? Legalized marijuana industry, we talked about money earlier, will reach $80 billion by 2022. That's right there. That is right there. Currently, guys, it is at 20 billion. Wow. I mean, you guys can do the math or whatnot, but I mean, I'm gonna give you the facts. Right now, it's 20 billion. That's a 223% increase in 5 years? Okay.
That's ridiculous.
New Hampshire. I thought this stat was awesome. New Hampshire is like fucking domestic gross whatever. It's 77 billion. So it's gonna make more money than the state of New Hampshire makes. Period. I mean, the train keeps chugging. So not only are we the medical, but even the money people are getting on. I mean, the pie is huge. So
nobody loses, bro.
Nobody loses. I mean, if you want to get in the industry of marijuana, now is the time. And it's a legitimate industry, and it's gonna be a global industry in probably another 10, 20 years. So
timing. Any successful person will tell you timing. And gentlemen, we are all in it at the right time. It is a revolution for sure. I think if the hashtag marijuana revolution or cannabis revolution doesn't exist, I think we should create it. Just saying.
Hashtag.
Stolen.
You motherfucker.
GCW Wrestling's new hashtag now. It's already trending.
Yeah.
We already
We gotta get a bot on that shit.
Listen,
Trending worldwide already, bitch.
Another good stat. For every dollar in this report, they extrapolate the math. For every dollar a consumer buys from the marijuana, $2.50 goes back into the surrounding business and community. So, I mean, you
The way it
can't
should
tell
be.
me it's wrong. I mean, the tourists that visit these places to purchase and use, the travel, the hotels, the meeting, marketing, rent, heating. I mean, everything. If you extrapolate all that, I mean, for every dollar you buy a weed, you're putting $2.50 into the economy. I mean, that seems right on everything. You said it, win-win for everybody, right? Crazy. All right. And the last but not least, the third headline from the Weekend Weed: Canadian company invests $2 million to protect the Jamaican strand of marijuana.
What?
How kind of interesting? Yeah, right. I thought the same thing when I read that. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? It makes perfect sense. I'll give you the stats, okay? I didn't know weed in Jamaica was illegal ever. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's illegal, bro.
It's illegal. 2015, in 2015 they just changed it to marijuana, and just recently they allowed the first. In February, actually, they allowed their first pop product. So it's changed just now. So it could be that you just got it, that phone call, and there's a company looking to the future. It only makes sense.
Tell you what, I'm gonna prepare freaking CannaFest next year for alcohol.
Fuck
I don't mind. We'll be there too.
There's so many of those companies it's ridiculous.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Weed infused, absolutely. And I just thought this was a great Weed and Week because we think of Bob Marley. You got the Bob Marley pipe there. We for some reason we always associate marijuana kind of starting from, whether that's true or not. It's just something about the weed culture in Jamaica. Even though it's illegal, we're talking about music. We're talking about Marley family, the whole squad. And here this company wants to preserve the natural wheat strain in Jamaica, because now we're all mixing strains, which is super dope. I don't mind. I like to get high all fucked up. But I love the idea of preserving the natural kind of state of these plants, and I think we should do more of that. So that's why I wanted to bring it up. Maybe it'll help other people kind of do the same, and these farmers hold on to their seed. There are seed banks around the world. Maybe we should start doing that as well, like protecting the natural strands of bud, just for the future, for the sake of medical marijuana. I mean, maybe one strand is better at something than another strand. I mean,
yeah, that's definitely.
Shout out to them. And that is the Weekend Weed. Hey. All right. And let's take a break with that. I gotta take a fucking drink of water.
All this water talk's got us thirsty. Guys, let's do this. We're having a great episode. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. It's the Podheads.
Yeah, buddy. All right, everybody, you're back in the cypher with the Podheads. This is Making C Money at Making C Money on Twitter and Instagram, of course. The Podheads Web Show at Podheads Web Show on all social media platforms. Thank you for joining us in the cypher with my boys, with Jeremy Gomez. Looking forward to CannaFest this year, of course. It's going to be an incredible event. Jeremy, I have questions.
I have maybe answers.
Hopefully answers.
Give us the answers.
So now, obviously, a couple, I would say weeks ago, if I'm being accurate, correct me if I'm wrong, scrolling through social media, and I see you posting stuff about some shit going down, and I'm reading, and long story short, fucking incredible, the lengths and loops people were going through as far as creating fake accounts, this, that, and the third. And stop me where you don't want me to talk or what I can't say or whatever.
But man, the Water Illuminati might be listening though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why do you think this kind of backlash happened? The ridiculous backlash happened, and and the fact that I guess it kind of shows us that even social media, how powerful a tool social media can be to fucking idiots. You know what I mean? Water.
And I can't.
It was
crazy.
It's probably one of the dumbest things that's ever caused me stress in my entire life, and it's just online trolls, and that's all they want to do.
Internet trolls.
But now, didn't one of the sponsors drop out because of all this nonsense too?
And I'm not really supposed to say anything because everybody in the clique wants me to be all fucking. But I'm not in the clique anymore. I could give a fuck about them. So Trulieve, our title sponsor, dropped off the event.
Wow.
They were nice enough to let us keep the $25,000 they gave us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And relinquish
thank you.
So while while protecting their corporate assets.
I understand. Okay.
Heavy on the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disassociating themselves with me like they were never behind me at all.
Right, of course, yeah.
And protecting themselves from people attacking the MMJ community and basically doing nothing but being corporate shills. They left, and they left us their money. So, whatever. I could give a fuck if I ever work with True Leave again. People that work with me would be like, don't bash him, don't bash Kim, don't bash this person. Fuck them, whatever.
Yeah, bro, if you can't stand up,
a group
if you
of
can't
ravers
stand-
was attacking the MMJ community, and great, you protected yourself. You did a good job there.
Wow.
But
Especially when
regardless,
it's
like I said,
obvious.
so they relinquished exclusivity. We can go get another title sponsor that cares about the medical MMJ
Right.
community, and they can stay in their little clique, and their other little clique members can stay with them, and that's fine.
Sellouts, man.
They didn't help us for the first Hemp Fest at all, and didn't really
Okay.
need their help for this one. And cool, they're not helping again. Guess what? I had 20,000 people at the first one. We didn't even have parking. How many people do you think are going to be at this?
You know what I'm saying?
So the water people caused some problems. They caused one of the veterans group to diss to the veterans that, you know, that we love and support. Vets come and freed our event. One of the groups got pissed off about it too, and they left. I'm not going to bash them. Whatever.
Right.
You know, so a couple people followed their leader, and we got over it. The trolls found something else to bug themselves about when they were done bashing us over free water that we already had at the event. We literally have water sponsors at the event.
I mean, that's fucking incredible. I mean, and it's kind of it's ironic too, because like I said, social media can be such a powerful tool. And I don't know, can you blame
so dumb?
Can you blame social media directly for losing a sponsor though? Like, is that?
You know what, bro? Let me tell you, everything in life comes with good and bad, man.
Absolutely, yeah.
We got booted out of freaking Lakeland, and we found a beautiful spot, man.
Sure.
You know, we got attacked by these freaking people, and we know who it was, and we know it was a competing company doing a competing event in the same area.
Fucking smear campaign.
Yeah.
Whatever. But we through that we were able to see which one of our sponsors give a damn and which ones really don't.
Yeah.
And we get to see who's loyal to you and who's not, and who you can trust and who you really can't. At some point, I forgot that I don't need those fucking people. I've always made my own destiny and shit.
Right.
Believe me, I'm more than grateful for everybody that helps me along the way, but I'm not grateful for the fake people, and I never will be. I'm sorry. If I say I'm going to help you, I'm going to help you. I'm not going to ditch you when times get rough. I'm going to fucking help you. And my company has shown that. My Generation Entertainment has shown that many effing times. We're not going to back down. We're going to do the things that other people fear that they can't do. Like the first Hemp Fest that we did. I mean, dude, weed wasn't even legal yet, but we needed to get help. So we did it. It's just, you know, nowadays people like that think that it's like every other company. They're just going to back down and disappear and crumble. And that's never going to be me, man. I got children. They're not going to watch me crumble.
Nah.
Fuck them.
Hell no. And you know what? I think all of us have it. I mean, at least I can relate in terms of this show. You know, I've got close friends and family who don't show any kind of support, you know, because you know, they're afraid for whatever fuck reason, you know, they're afraid to be associated with us or associated with the show. And we're just like, dude, come on. You think you're going to lose your fucking job because you know somebody who does a fucking podcast that's 420 friendly? Like, give me a break, dude.
They're hotboxing with you. That's what it means. You know,
Yeah.
like,
it gets ridiculous.
you know what's actually funny? You raised a good point. Was, believe it or not, actually, I would say everyone in my family but one sibling is totally anti-weed, everything, drugs. It's drugs, all drugs. Don't do drugs. Yeah, exactly. So, which is ironic because I started smoking, I don't know, 17.
Well, here, let me ask. Go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry.
No, but what I was saying was, what was interesting to me was one of my relatives was like, actually admitted to me today that, you know, a lot of medications are starting to fuck them up because they're old now in their 60s. They've been taking a lot of medications from surgeries and shit, starting to fuck them up, take their toll. Shock, telling them this for 20 fucking years. But don't listen to the stupid stoner kid, right? So, I mentioned CBD. I mention CBD all the time now around my household, and everyone's just like, no. But what my relative said to me, they actually admitted that they were afraid. They were afraid to try it because they were raised being taught that it was all bad, hurt to this, that, leads to bad things, this, that, and the third. Never tried it in life. Doesn't know how it'll affect her. She, the person's old, doesn't want to, God forbid, die, which it probably wouldn't do, but I found it interesting. Afraid. It was just a very interesting term to use. That's very intriguing to me. So it didn't say, no, I just don't like it or this, that.
So they see it as a drug. Like I would be afraid to ever try. If I had to
heroin,
try cocaine or heroin or like LSD, I would be scared shitless.
Yeah.
I think I would die. So I can relate in that sense. If they see it that way, oh yeah, bro, fuck, I don't want to fuck with that shit.
No education.
But let's not get fucking sidetracked because I want to ask you about the wrestling.
GCW, baby.
Yeah. That, first of all, shout out to you because that's awesome. That blew me away. I didn't see that coming. I thought CanFest. Let's go to CanFest. Holy shit, this guy's coming with a wrestling federation.
Neither did I.
Bro, talk to me. How did this come up? What's the premise? Talk to me. What is that?
Am I shooting or am I talking in character now?
You can throw a shoot, bro. Cut a promo. Cut a promo for the show.
Is it $1 million man kind of shit?
Yeah, I saw pictures.
I love it.
I don't have much of my outfit. Hold on. I don't have my glasses and I don't have my cane. Hold on.
I love it.
That's great. Yeah.
That's so.
I need my glass now. This for the show. But I will hold the cane there. Now this might be a mixture of both.
Go for it,
shoot and kayfabe. So the company started. My wife's fashion show obviously has models, and it turns out that one of the models that applied and their wife, one of the models and his wife applied. One of the models was a guy, and his name is Jay Rios, which is an awesome dude, really cool friend of mine now. So we were talking about it, and I found out that Jay Rios used to be on TNA Wrestling.
Okay.
And he actually goes to Dudley's 3D gym. He's a trainer at Dudley Boys Gym, 3D Academy, 3D Academy. So we started talking about how CBD helps and how he does CBD to take care of his aches and pains, and how we didn't like it. I've been watching wrestling since I was like 2 or 3, watching
Same
like
here, bro. And, huge mark.
I watched Glow when it came out. I think my favorite match is still like Rondo Guerrero and freaking Chavo Sr. against like
Holy shit, dude. Fucking 80s, early 80s.
Bro,
that's old shit, bro.
I love that shit. I think it's like the last American like kind of cinema, man. It's nowadays as we get older, we know it's
scripted.
It's scripted.
It's right.
There's still athletes hurting themselves.
Absolutely,
so, obviously, those athletes over the years have been drinking and taking a lot of painkillers.
Suicide. And suicides, man.
They're dying young. They're hurting themselves. I mean, God forbid, we've lost so many wrestlers. It's ridiculous. And for the most part, the major companies won't let you take CBD and won't let you smoke weed, unless you're like Rob Van Dam or something. And then good luck. But they're starting to come around to it now. But we started talking about it, and he takes CBD to help his aches and pains. And at some point, he's like, we should start. Maybe we should do a wrestling match around. And me and my stupid ass that never wants to do anything normal was like, why don't I just start a whole wrestling company? I love wrestling. I'm never gonna be a wrestler because I'm not big. Well, I'm not big enough, and up until recently, I was good enough shape to do it.
Yeah.
So got to talking, and then I was like, fuck it. So we started a whole wrestling company, which is Generation Championship Wrestling, GCW, or as we like to call it, GC Dub.
Yeah.
Because who isn't an ECW fucking mark? So Jay is my partner in the company. His ring name is the Oracle Rios Badu. And he knows a lot of wrestlers, dude. And he got us all signed up with the people that wanted to be behind the Pro Cannabis Wrestling Company. And when I mean Pro Cannabis, again, my wrestling company isn't like Cheech and Chong. Everything's gonna be, let's get high. No, it's like low key, like joints are in the background and shit like that. But it's just known that our company thing is like, we'd rather you be doing this and this and wrestling for longer and being able to provide for your family for longer and being healthier longer and living than to be having to take pills and, flush out your system and doing like that, because it doesn't only hurt them. I mean, it hurts the people they're working with. Imagine being all pilled up and having to catch a 200-pound man.
You've seen it.
Think about your family.
You've seen people like Jeff Hardy. You've seen all kinds of other people get involved in shit like that and have terrible matches and or even get hurt, or get killed. So I've been a fucking fan of wrestling since I was a kid. Big Ace, my brother. That is the biggest mark I know, bro. I thought I was a fan.
Now, man.
Say what?
We have like 20 wrestlers now, man. It's
I've
amazing.
seen.
Dude,
By the way,
dude, Gangrel's coming.
Dude, JB, you heard? I told you. I was telling JB the other day, bro. Gangrel, man, the Brood.
My favorite entrance song of all time is Gangrel's Brood song when he's coming up through the fire.
He's got a badass.
I'm allowed
entrance.
to use
my
the
face
fire.
right now.
I don't have fire.
You see
but
my
I'm allowed
face
to
right
use-
now.
I'm literally allowed to use Gangrel's song at my first wrestling show.
My God, that's
Yes.
So
That's he's got a school too, right? Gangrel's got a wrestling school out here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is a legit.
They'll probably have a booth there,
legit
too.
wrestling
But,
organization.
yeah.
Who just know that when they go home and they have aches and pains, they're not gonna get punished for marijuana. That's it.
And on top of that, we already have some great CBD sponsors, man. Extract Labs from Colorado already jumped on board. They've already sent us Muscle Cream CBD for the guys.
Wow.
St. Pete Terps from St. Pete, Florida is making special balms and solvents just for the guys. Essacan isn't one of our sponsors yet. They sponsored the fashion show, but Liz from Essacan gives us stuff for the guys too. So it's gone over really well. We've got almost 20 wrestlers. We've got people from TNA. We've got people from ROH. We've got some one of our ladies, Ariel Monroe, is in the Mae Young tournament right now. We've got Gangrel from WWE, Rio Spadu and Serpentico. They were both on TNA Wrestling. We've got Jesse Neal. Remember Jesse Neal from Ink Inc. and TNA? Jesse Neal's going to be at the show wrestling. Jesse Neal takes cannabis for his PTSD from when he was in the military, and his background is I'd rather you guys listen to him talk about it, man. It's heartbreaking and amazing all at the same time. So he'll be there wrestling and speaking.
Wow.
We've got a TLC. Wow. It's a four-way. We've got a four-way TLC match for the belt.
Oh shit!
Serpentico, Rio Spadu, Saeed Asaba, and Mecha Wolf 450 for the fucking title.
Guys,
I want
Mecha Wolf 450. I know is 450.
look, GCW's on Instagram, by the way. Check them out. These guys are legit. These aren't fucking guys that he's found on the street smoking. These are legit guys who look the part, act the part, and they can go.
So, yeah, we've already got the match then at CannaFest, and then we've got another match in Detroit on November 4th, and then we've got a match in freaking San Francisco in freaking January, and I think we got one in Miami in January.
Mr. Worldwide. I said it, bro. I said it. Mr. Worldwide. Everybody,
a lot of the other wrestling companies have been very good at helping so far. So
that's boss.
Good, man. Go to it's GCW at GCW 420 everywhere.
Nice.
Go
hey,
I'm
gonna just say this. Anything you ever need, we're game. All you gotta do is say you need commentators, you need motherfuckers just to go out and pass out flyers. We're in.
When you're at CannaFest, dude, film the show and shit for me, and then send me.
Absolutely.
We've been doing some pretty good promos and some pretty good. Some of our promos are some of our promos are pro cannabis, but they're pro cannabis in the MMJ direction, not like pro let's get stoned and shit. So
sure,
they're fun, man. It's been
I can't wait.
Been an experience. It'll be my first time in a wrestling ring, actually, and I'm actually the boss character. And
you're on the stage.
I seen that.
I can't imagine you're nervous.
You're
nervous?
a heel, right?
I mean, he's got to be a heel. Mr. Batman over here in his Batcave.
Mr. Gomez is not a very talkative person, and he wants you to remember to smile. And he did hand the championship his title. The champion's title. Let's not forget the champion was handpicked for the title. And
snap.
I get my ass kicked at some point. They're gonna get
Look, guys, so that's another reason to go to CannaFest. Even if you're just a fan of wrestling, if you want to meet some of these freaking stars, if you want to see some awesome matches, come out. at
Matches are great, man.
GCW Wrestling at CanFest Florida. Get your tickets and be out there. Dude, you can't even get tickets to any wrestling event for what you can get for the whole CanFest event.
Right.
So you might as well just come out, have a good damn time. Yes. There's going to be, I mean, everything you need. But let's move
Cheaper than a
on.
movie.
We've been name dropping some awesome celebrities, some great wrestlers. So we're gonna get to know Mr. Gomez a little bit more. I thought of a fun game. Well, it's just simply we're gonna get in the psyche of Jeremy Gomez here and see who triggers what in his brain.
I'm gonna change this game since we just did the wrestling thing. I'm gonna play this game as Mr. Gomez.
Oh, beautiful. So Mr. Gomez. So we got Mr. Gomez here, folks. The president and the commissioner of GCW Wrestling, okay? We're going to play some celebrity word association. We're going to name a list of trending celebrities and a couple sports stars and see what Mr. Gomez thinks about these people. I hear he has some pretty serious opinions. All right, here we go. And we're going to start with a blow. We're going to start hard. Here we go. Harvey Weinstein. Oh, by the way, you just want to say the first thing that comes to your mind. Keep it short and sweet, but you want to say the first thing that comes to your mind when I say these names, all right? We're going to start with Harvey Weinstein.
Fat ass.
Burt Reynolds.
Awesome mustache.
Kanye West.
Who the fuck is Kanye West?
Oh.
That might make Kanye West sick to his stomach hearing anybody say that. Donald Trump.
Gotta like that guy.
O.J. Simpson.
Not like a juice of some sort. Should have ran faster.
The juice.
He should have floored the damn Bronco.
Speaking of running faster, you follow football, Mr. Gomez?
I follow the Bucks.
Do you know anything about Le'Veon Bell, the guy who's holding out right now, won't play until he gets paid?
You play for the Bucks?
He doesn't. So how do you feel about people who won't perform until they get paid what they want?
Why would anybody do anything without money?
So pretty good then.
Mr. Bell.
I'm for Mr. Bell as well. Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor.
Wrestling career, GCW.
Hey, Mr. Oh yeah, let's do it.
I would love to see him in there. Okay, how about, I already know, but you might, I know how Jeremy feels about this. I don't know how Mr. Gomez feels about Mr. Tom Brady.
It's one and the same. Tom Brady's gold.
You can interchange the word. I have a Tom Brady watch. I have a Tom Brady film too.
Shit.
I fucking
All
He's
right.
not a buck, but we'll give him respect.
And last but not least, somebody who's trending in the media right now, very famous rapper, Eminem.
We'll be in Detroit on November 4th, Eminem. Anytime you want to come into the ring, talk your smack, rhyme your words. I'm going to take you back to 94. I'm going to smack you up like KRS did.
Oh,
In a promo.
So
Mr. Gomez.
In your backyard.
Oh,
Don't play.
On 8 Mile, he said.
He said on the tracks, bro. Be there.
Look, the boss would never step foot in 8 Mile, man. I gotta say it.
That's
gotta
not
love
my cup of tea.
Well, that's
Tell the
it.
driver to drive around that building.
Going along the scenic route.
You know Mr. Gomez pretty well with this.
We got to know Mr. Gomez there pretty well.
Really
Mr.
do without the
Gomez.
glasses on because I'm always wearing glasses as Mr. Gomez, and I've never really worked on.
The eyes,
It's all
eye
good.
contact.
I'm green.
All of eyes.
Hey, come to CanFest and meet Mr. Gomez. He's going to be there. He might, you never know, might get involved. He's got some special interests to protect in these championship matches. There's a lot on the line.
Sunday from like 2 to 5 on Sunday, I'm probably going to be in character, so just don't ask me anything really important.
Bam.
Tell you off.
So be prepared, guys. It's CanFest. Let's take a break real quick, guys. We're having a lot of fun. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about some interesting things. We're going to get to know, what are we talking about? We're going to do Dank Why You Think. I know we're going to play some games. That's all fun.
No, but we're going to talk about those two fucking losers.
Which ones?
The GoFundMe losers. I know we've all heard about it, but we
Oh,
got to talk about it.
I've been under a lot of stress the last week. You're gonna have to fill me in.
I got
Oh
it.
yeah, we'll fill you
If you
in.
haven't heard, you're gonna find out next. All right,
Heard.
stick with us. Thank you. Remember, you're on YouTube, so subscribe. Please, you can comment. Tell us we fucking suck. Okay? I don't care what you. But give us the comment, give us the subscribe, give us the like. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the social media platforms. CannaFest, October 13th and 14th.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
13th and 14th, okay? Saturday and Sunday. Get your tickets. You have a wrestling, you have food, you have education. I mean, you have for the price. I mean, you can't beat it. You really can't. Jeremy Gomes, Mr. Gomes knows what the fuck he's doing. So get to CannaFest. We'll be there. The Podheads will be there. Love us. You know what's up. It's the Podheads, baby.
Yeah.
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 You're back in the cypher with the Podheads. It's your commander-in-chief, hanging with Jeremy Gomez, making C Money, and JB Perez.
Yeah.
Guys, look for us all over the place: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. You saw, if you've been watching, you saw we've been talking about wrestling and showing off all kinds of championships and talking about things on the line. And I just wanted, as a quick teabag to JB, I just wanted to fucking show off my belt.
God.
And
Now we all want to put our belts
Yeah.
on, huh? I got a fucking belt.
my
with
belt's on the
16
line.
on it.
My belt's on the line.
Want to see that one? too?
Fantasy.
Put that shit away.
Fantasy football, I just wanted to remind anybody who follows that I'm still JB's daddy. So
Fantasy football belt.
pretty elaborate fantasy football belt.
And maybe next year you'll win it. I'm fine with that.
Hey, it's gonna be a while before you win it, brother. Anyway, moving forward, we got some serious shit. As you know, if you're a fan of the show or you just know me, you know I'm a veteran. And so I look out for my fellow veterans, and I try to advocate. And if you've been paying attention to the news at all, you've heard about this story trending. A couple who were raising money for a homeless veteran on GoFundMe have been sued, and they, basically the judge has found in the favor of this guy, and I'll give you some more details here in a second. But ultimately, these people raised $400,000 for this guy. His name is Bobbitt. What the fuck's his first name? John Bobbitt, really? What a similarity.
John Bobbitt, baby.
John Bobbitt.
They're plain old homeless.
No
guy.
relation.
John Bobbitt.
No
John
relation
Bobbitt Crockett?
to the other guy. But John Bobbitt was a homeless veteran. He these two people, Kate McClure and Mark D'Amico, helped raise $400,000 for this guy on GoFundMe to help him out. It's just for good deeds. And apparently they didn't pay up. JB.
Well, let me give you some background, okay? Okay, they didn't just open up a GoFundMe for a homeless guy. The story behind is that these two were driving on the highway and ran out of gas. It just so happens, another reason why this story is so fucked up, that John Bobbitt, a homeless guy, had a $20 bill in his pocket, and his fucking decency, his heart, gave the $20 to these motherfuckers out of his own kindness, right? They, being the millennial type, took pictures. Oh shit, this guy hooked us up, blah blah blah, whatever. Made a GoFundMe. Thank you. And the story and that made him $400,000. Just like you said, Frank the Tech, it turns out they never paid up. And this homeless man, he's homeless, but he ain't stupid. Managed to go to a lawyer, and a lawyer who, I don't know if he's paying or not, but I'm sure he knows he got a great case.
Yeah.
Took this case and is representing him against these two clowns. And the authorities are like, yeah, you're fucking right. They got a warrant for their house, they got a warrant for their car. I mean, these guys are going to jail. Nobody knows where the money is. They're not officially charged. Let me just say that today. But you know it's fucking coming because they stole that money. That money was not for them. That's what GoFundMe is. It is very clear what GoFundMe is. Whatever you say the fucking GoFundMe's for,
Right.
that's what the motherfucking GoFundMe's for.
Yeah.
And you can't hide that. We said that earlier. The internet, you can't hide shit. What did you think was gonna happen? So anyway, I wanted to talk about this because it boils me. You see the passion, bro. I love these stories, the initial part of it. I love it. It's just the humanity of it on both sides, from the homeless guy to these two fuckers to the GoFundMe crowd. Like, the story was beautiful and they fucking ruined it. And that just boils me because it ruins what I want this country, especially, but the world in general, to be, is this kind of shit. You can do this on a day-to-day basis, and it won't change your fucking life in a negative way. That's what I see. And they went and kept that money. Greed, bro. It's crazy.
Crazy.
But fuck these guys. They're not charged yet, but the warrant's there, and they're searching, and it's coming.
GoFundMe has agreed to cover anything that has been deemed misspent. Basically, any charges that have been lost.
They don't know where the money's at, so they're not gonna give it all. But GoFundMe, shout out to them. Put one up in there, stepping up because they didn't have to. Gave the man straight up 20 grand. Here's 20 grand.
Get
do what you got to do. Get an apartment, get food. Whatever.
Well, he entered a drug treatment facility. The poor guy, he has addiction problems too. And it'd be nice to have a little bit of money to get into a decent facility where you can get yourself some help.
Real help.
And not have to be stressing about this kind of shit. But as we've spoke about before, money, shit like that changes some people. It corrupts some people. It's sad to hear some people taking advantage of a veteran like this. I mean, I'm sure that wasn't the intent, or anybody really, but I'm sure that wasn't the intent to begin with. But ultimately, they fucked this poor guy, and I'm hoping he does get his day in court. They have yet to go, but should be hearing pretty soon. We'll update you on that. What do you guys think? See money?
I mean, it's just kind of that's fucked, man. And where did they really think they were gonna get away with it? Number one, maybe they didn't care, or they were said, "Fuck it, we'll try."
Thought it was stupid. I'm reading through this again. They ended up giving him some money,
like 75 grand, something like that. Yeah.
Not even cash.
And goods and services and shit. Yeah.
Exactly. And they just thought they could take advantage of him. They thought they were smart, man. They thought they were smart.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's fucked up, man. It's crazy that but they say that all the time, dude. But I don't know. They say money changes people. I mean, 400 grand isn't life changing to where I think that could absolutely corrupt someone. I mean, let's be real.
Hell yeah.
You really think so? You can't even buy. You can barely buy a house.
People like that will lose that money.
$2 grand these days. $5 grand. People get killed for much less.
Well, I know that. I'm just saying, for me, I think for it to change my whole person, we're talking like millions. Like I'm an animal. Like I can. You know what I mean? But
assholes before this happened. Money, like Bud, makes you just more of what you already are, brother. And these guys were assholes already, so that's how.
The money I get, the more of a hermit I become.
Well, I mean, that's who you are.
I go out.
You gotta get out there.
No, I had my gas delivered yesterday to my car. Swear to God.
Really?
Swear to God. Yoshi app. They came and filled up my car in my driveway.
It was bougie,
cheaper
guy.
at the gas station.
Asian servants.
10 cents cheaper.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Hell
yeah. I was seeing my car. Are you kidding?
Yeah. Never stop at the gas station again?
Shout out to Yoshi.
Save the penny. Fuck yeah. If it means delivery, that's why Amazon makes so much money, because it's cheap for us. What do you want?
You chose
everything delivered.
My side is Amazon.
Bro, you can have
their money, but I hate greed, man.
Hey,
I don't
Amazon, I know you're listening. Somehow, when the shit goes down, I'm
Oh,
on your side.
Yeah.
man.
Send us
Mr.
free stuff.
Flying for life.
I'm all about people's money, but they're,
Alexa, stop listening.
Yeah, for real. I think this is a perfect opportunity. By the way, check out our number, right? Text us, call us. Tell us what you think about these kind of things. Have you ever been involved in something like this? Have you ever felt like somebody took advantage? How do you feel about giving to charity? Some people are really jaded. Some people feel like, oh, fuck, that guy's just going to go spend it on drugs or booze. Some people don't care. Some people give all their damn money away because they just feel bad, So let us know what you guys think at the Podheads web show, for sure. And now I think it's time to have a little bit of fun before we get out of here, guys. If you've ever played a game called Drink While You Think, we're going to switch the name up and call it Dank While You Think. Hey, if you're in the South or the Midwest, you already know what I'm talking about. But essentially, I couldn't rhyme weed or think or smoke or think or dank and think, so I just said dank while you think. Essentially, here's what we're gonna do. If you've ever played a drinking game, you know the drill. Instead of drinking, though, we're gonna smoke. So we're gonna go around in our little circle, in our cipher. Somebody's gonna, whoever's turn it is, they're gonna name something, a product, anything, any category. And we're gonna have to go around, lightning quick, naming something that falls within that category. And if you can't, you have to be hitting the bong. You gotta be hitting your pen, your bong, whatever. And you cannot stop hitting it until you got an answer. So when your turn starts, you start hitting that shit. Even if you know an answer right off back, hit it real quick, name your answer. But if not, so I've got a few categories to start us off. But essentially, if you guys got any good ones, especially some little obscure ones, the more fun, right?
got to for your little peasants. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? All right, you guys ready?
Sure.
So my first category, we're gonna start with a doozy. Well, maybe not.
Oh, I'm fourth. Fuck, I'm gonna lose.
Songs. Okay.
What?
Songs with female names in them.
Oh,
And I'm gonna go with Jimi Hendrix, The Wind Cries, Mary.
Oh, we gotta know all that shit.
Just name a song that has a female name in it. There's a million of them for fucking Pete's sake.
A million of them. I know one, bro.
Hit your pen while you're thinking, motherfucker.
Shit.
The Diary of Jane, Breaking Benjamin.
There you go.
What?
Ooh, Dirty Diana, Michael Jackson.
Bam.
What?
Hit it, JB.
Hell.
You can't even think to
JB,
start hitting that bong. Start hitting that bong. Start hitting that bong.
JB's gonna get fucking.
What you got?
That's too funny, man.
Mine was stale.
I don't know.
Fuck. Annie,
okay. That's Smooth
Annie.
Criminal, actually. From Michael Jackson.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Alright, I fail. Everybody gets a point.
You fucking failure.
It looks like golf.
All right. So JB already got a fucking strike. Maybe first person 3 strikes loses. We'll just keep it like that. He said Annie.
And you meant Smooth Criminal by Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh my
All right. Who's got a? You know what? Since you bombed on that one, you come up with a category for this one.
I like that.
What do you got?
This game, okay?
That was funny,
Since
man.
I started, fuck. I
Yep.
can hit it again. All right, here we go. All right, we'll make it easy. This is a 420 friendly, so we're gonna go with terms or words for names for marijuana.
Oh, okay.
I'll start with my favorite, Bud.
That's you, Gomez.
Reefer, Bacaloa Loa.
No, just one.
What? Sorry.
One at a
Just
time.
one at a time. Go ahead, see money.
Dope.
Dope.
Yeah. I've heard it called dope. Yeah.
Okay, green.
Green. Shit. Can I get some?
Hit the shit while you think. Don't ask nothing.
Love it.
As soon as the other person answers, the next guy gotta start smoking and then name it. Go ahead.
Yep. Mary Jane.
Mary Jane, there you go. Start hitting that bong, Gomez.
Wow, sorry.
And then name somebody.
Oh shit, I'm losing it. I don't have one.
Sheba. Nice.
Oh yes.
See money, hit that shit.
The devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce.
Oh fuck, I'm gonna lose.
Oh fuck. Ganja.
Fuck.
Kaya? The name of a Bob Marley song?
Kaya?
Kaya?
Hashish?
Okay.
Kinda, sorta.
Sure.
I think you're disqualified, sir.
Reefer, yeah.
We said it. Okay, keep it going. Fuck it.
Let's go see
I don't got it. I'm definitely lose.
Trees?
Yeah, fuck.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh God, I'm stressing out.
Herb.
I think I win,
Herb.
gentlemen.
Herb. Yes.
Look at that herb,
Oh
dog.
my God, the herb.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh fuck.
I gotta put some more ice in this thing. Oh. C-Money's losing it over here.
I clearly won. Fucking no one can speak. Like,
I don't know. I give up.
Come on, motherfucker, you done?
Yeah, I'm
You can't lose again.
I can't.
That's 2 strikes. You're about to lose.
Fucking. Can I get some fucking leaves?
Yeah.
Blunts, joints? I mean, are we talking about the plant here?
You lose, motherfucker. Okay.
cannabis? No one said.
All right. I'm gonna give us another one. Here we go. I got one for
All
us.
right, one more.
Let's go with movies. I got a good hard one. Movies that have people smoking weed in them. At least
Oh
one
my
scene with
God.
someone smoking weed in it.
Hold on, I
And
only
I'll
got
say
like 3.
Pineapple Express. Keep
Oh,
it simple.
shit.
Let's go see money next. Let's take
it's
it
my
backwards.
Half baked. Half baked.
Oh, nice. It's on you, Jeremy.
Oh, it's on me?
Yeah, we're going backwards now.
What do you say?
Dazed and confused.
Oh my God. Grandma's boy.
Mm.
How did he
Oh,
see
fuck.
Give me the bling. The bling bling. The deer shit and the Frankenstein shit rolling all up.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Fucking doctor. What'd you say?
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
He killed the Dr. Shockaloo joke.
He did.
My bad.
It was a good one.
But that Dr. Shaka lose the shit. Somebody ass getting laid tonight.
Shit.
gotta
See money.
Get him to the Greek.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Clutch. Nice answer.
All right.
Yes, please.
All right. Because Patrick Swayze's the man, I'm going to say Dirty Dance.
Oh, I didn't even know that shit.
And,
Wow.
and I love you, man.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Shit, hold on. I gotta reload. Fuck me.
Fuck. Yeah.
Okay, you reload. That's it. Move on to the next one.
Go ahead,
I'm
Simon.
hot as fuck, guys.
Yeah, I'm pretty baked.
This game is kind of losing its wheels here. The wheels are wobbling.
What do you guys think? That's a show? That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. I'm high as hell.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking baked.
I needed that.
Well, fuck it, guys. I guess that's the show. As always, it's a pleasure, Jeremy. Thank you for coming on again.
Mr. Gomez.
Yo,
Yeah, buddy.
check this out.
The one and only.
You
Come
won.
see me flub. No, I'm just kidding.
Instagram, man.
I'll be fine.
Instagram, Canafest. Canafest, Florida. Check it out,
Instagram's
GCW.
At Canafest Florida or the other ones at Canafest America. The clothing's at
Facebook.
420 Nation. Wrestling's at GCW 420, and then our main company's at Generation Entertainment Florida.
Bam.
Sweet.
Yo, find them. Check them out. And this is not all they do. They're all over the place. These guys hold the record for the largest food truck event.
Parade of food trucks.
Bam, look at that shit. So check them out. They really do a lot more. So you definitely got to check them out. Come to CannaFest. Follow us. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Subscribe. Holler at us. Let us know what you think. Comment. Like. Chat. Follow. Tell your friends. I'm Frank the Tank. At Podhead Frank on everything. The Commander-in-Chief. C Money.
This is at Making C Money, guys. Thank you for watching. Please stay with us. Entertaining you is always a pleasure. Jeremy, thank you for being with us. Thank you for the privilege. We really appreciate it, of course, always. Guys, always a pleasure being in the Cypher. Podheads Web Show at Podheads Web Show on all social media, at Making C Money on Instagram and Twitter. Hit me up, guys. Let's chat. Thank you guys for having me, of course.
Yeah, the Podheads, baby. Our one and only at the Podheads Web Show. Make sure you hit us up on all social media platforms. We need it. We love it. We want to keep doing this. Canna Fest. That's where we're going to be. That's where we're going to be blowing up the next month.
Yeah, I don't have. I'm stoned now too, man. I'm talking dope, dude. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. Look us up on the internet. Blah 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 blah. Facebook, Generation Entertainment. Blah 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 blah. GCW. Mr. Gomez also on freaking Instagram if you really want to take abuse from me and freaking in character.
Yeah, bro. Tank the tank for C Money for Jeremy Gomes. Thank you for being with us, baby. It's the Podheads, baby. Yeah. Peace.